Alrighty, my lovely Trails fans, we are here with the final adventure in Grancel here. So we're mostly going to be just talking with the NPCs, seeing how they're getting on, and then we'll be heading on over to Bose. But first things first, let's have a quick look. Looks like we've got one more monster we can go and fight. Next, please head to the Bose region where the Sky Bandits appeared. I've already contacted the landing port and organised tickets for you. As soon as you're ready, please check in for your flight at the landing port. So the landing port is going to be our last destination, just so we don't accidentally trigger anything. How are we doing for our orbments for everybody? Okay, these are basically the orbments that I want everyone to have. Just double check if there's any upgrades to anybody's outfit here. I don't think there is. Last night, orbments in the West Block became unusable for a while. Whatever, I'm sure if Tom's investigating, we'll find the answer soon. Seems like Colonel Richards caused an uprising. To cause trouble like that in the very lap of the Queen, they really were a crazy bunch to the last. I didn't think Captain Amalthea would be hiding in the capital. Apparently Colonel Richards' second-in-command started a second uprising. I had a feeling that sneaky woman was planning something. I do sort of understand her dedication to the Colonel, though. Our comrade Percy went to investigate fishing spots in Rolent. If he finds some unknown spots, there might be a top-class fish there. We also have an obligation to open fishing classes in Rolent. His mission is critical for the development of our society. Kinda want to go back to Rolent, see our old starting town from the first game. Yesterday when I went to the harbour block, I witnessed something crazy. There was a tank and a giant machine doll-like thing. I ain't never seen such a sight. Personally, I'm worried that it might have disturbed the poor fish in that area. No more fishing there for a while, probably. Is it true that Captain Amalthea, formerly of the Intelligence Division, started an armed uprising? Apparently the harbour's a hell of a mess thanks to the Orbital tank. I hope it doesn't affect the non-aggression pact. There was an open house in the West Block, but it seems someone's already snapped it up. It's a bit frustrating, but seems like there was an incident there yesterday. I'll just assume it wasn't meant to be and give up. I heard that a number of the Intelligence Division people were captured. This is a huge deal. Yesterday, I heard something really loud over by the harbour. All the lights suddenly went out too. I wonder what happened. Yesterday, the Royal Guard fought some giant tank at the harbour, apparently. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I was there. It's pretty intense. Yesterday when I went to stock up, I was able to buy popcorn ingredients super cheap. Machines might be busted, but the sit has got its upsides. I'm glad I'm thinking positively like Father said to. Okay, let's go and take care of the monster before we keep speaking to everybody in Grancel. Because we've also got to head on over to the gates as well. Let's go on over to the Garuna Gate. Maybe we'll run into that monster as well. Where did they say that monster was? Royal Avenue. I can't remember where the Royal Avenue is. But we're here at the Garuna Gate anyway. Apparently there was some crazy incident in Grancel. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Special Ops soldiers who appeared on the scenic route. I've got a bad feeling. With this, the Intelligence Division's finally buried. That's a relief for now, but I still wonder what that giant mechanical doll-looking thing that flew off was. Some of the troops saw that giant orbital construct fly off. I hear it took off towards the centre of the lake, but apparently even the pride of the Royal Army, the patrol ships, couldn't find it. Apparently the training facility in Nebel Valley was attacked by Sky Bandits. It almost seems like they were taking advantage of the goings on in Grancel, but, well, I'm probably just overthinking it. Lately, the soldiers seem really busy again. I'm sure they're busy preparing for the signing ceremony too, but it doesn't seem like it's just that. I wonder if it has anything to do with the events in the capital. At first I heard the forces that appeared on the scenic route were the Society's men, but ultimately it was just the remnants of the intelligence division, huh? What was all that about? Lately I haven't been satisfied with my own cooking. I think the biggest reason is I've been getting stuck in a rut. Until now I've tried various different recipes from time to time, but maybe I should give some new techniques a go. I think there's a soldier on this wall. Ultimately, the Society and the Special Ops guys haven't shown up since then. I heard some bracers and the Royal Guard defended the capital. Thank you. You're welcome. Put my life on the line for that. Yeah, there's nobody up here. I think there should be somebody on top though. Apparently damage to the capital was kept to a minimum. That's Julia and the gang for you. Okay, so I'm gonna head on over to either the Royal Villa or to the monster that we need to fight. Alrighty, and we are back. So apparently this area that we are on is the Royal Avenue. Apparently I'm just blind and don't bother reading the maps. So here's our monster. Let's go ahead then and see what damage we can do. So weak against water, incredibly powerful but weak against water. And then we've got Helmars, attacks after the rock strike. Okay. So let's see. We don't really have any. So that we no, the resistance against fire. Okay, she doesn't have any abilities. She can really. What? I just completely missed. Okay. Oh, this is not going well at all. Let's see, so she does have diamond dust, but really? It doesn't hit very many, does it? Go ahead and attack you. Oh, that is something more. That is not a fun time. So I've got you. Oh. This is just going to be another one of those where I kind of stumble through it again. This speed seems really slow. He's not going to be able to cast that for a while. Their speed is just really fast. I don't know, maybe I want to actually just try and take down one of these at a time. That did do more damage. Go ahead and heal everybody. Now, these guys are getting a lot of criticals in. Let's go ahead. Really? Okay, yeah, let's go with that. That was pretty good.
Let me show you the truth.
His true comet ability is pretty good. Okay, let's heal up. Oh, can't even. We're all kind of awkwardly. Got a stronger one than that, right? Okay, there we go. We're all very awkwardly positioned. This is really not going very well. We just move really fast. Let's give her some food. Oh, I should have saved that. Oh well. Let's see if I can take him down. See if I can take. Oh, aiming at the wrong thing again. If we can hit a good few of those. Oh, should have gotten something for daze or confusion, whatever you want to call it. Let's go for some more food here.
We're good to go!
Okay, after this fight, I'm gonna go ahead and reposition everybody. Sorry, Gate, you're just gonna have to suffer. Let's go ahead and throw... Really? I don't have that many reviving bombs, do I? Don't get you close. First thing first, let's get a gate revive so he does actually get some... Where's my revival ability? Does she not have one? She's got every other healing ability except the ability to revive. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to... But I still want him to, Really? I still want him to be able to get some XP from this. That was actually pretty tough. Because I was wholly unprepared for it. Okay, tactics. Character positions. No, battle position. I do kind of want them together so I can use his Earth Wall ability a bit more effectively. However, in some fights you really don't want them too close together, otherwise they'll just get wrecked by AoE attacks. But let's head on over to the Herb Royal Villa. Alrighty, here we are. You're the bracers who will be assisting with the investigation, correct? Please come in. I've received orders to let you through. We've been instructed by Colonel XSEED to let bracers enter. Feel free to come in. We managed with numbers somehow, but the Special Forces guys are impressive. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat tactics, it's hard to match up to them. It seems the Intelligence Division's attack here was a feint. Well, seems like Colonel XSEED saw right through it though. The weather's really been great lately. Hopefully the weather holds until the day of the signing ceremony. So the Intelligence Division's finally all caught. That means the coup d'etat is finally really over. Apparently the Sky Bandits appeared in Bose on the day of the incident. Those Sky Bandits, weren't they the ones who got pretty far in the martial arts competition? I hope nothing too bad happened. Right now there's a Republican senator visiting Ambassador Cochrane. He's here to examine the site in advance. I've told my husband time and time again, but he simply won't listen to me. He rattles on about political savviness, but he's hardly aware of his own meagre position. Hello everyone. I wasn't expecting to meet you here. Hello, Ambassador Cochrane. Your timing is perfect. I received a report from LaBelle regarding that letter. Oh, you did? Yes, I've been told that it was subversive activity by remnants of the Intelligence Division Special Ops Forces. Although I'm certain that Queen Alicia has long suspected as much. I have a hunch that there's more to it than the report says, however. Talking to foreigners always makes me so nervous. Come on, show some guts. If you're a bracer, you need to be able to manage basic negotiations and conversations with anyone. Queen Alicia seems to be quite the suffering type, though I wonder if she isn't relieved to have the coup d'etat settled. I've also heard rumours in the embassy that you played quite a part in that affair. No, not at all, just doing my job. As much as I would love to continue this conversation, I'm afraid you've come at a very busy time for me. I hope to get the chance to speak with you more next time, Estelle Bright. Sure, well, if you'll excuse us. This is my first time meeting Ambassador Cochrane. She has quite the sharp tongue. Now then, Senator Walter, I would like to thank you for coming all this way, but if this is a formal inspection, then it would be natural to go through the embassy first. Or are the taxpayers footing the bill for this inspection while blissfully unaware that it is a mere excuse to tour the capital? Oh, he's getting in trouble. Poor Colonel XSEED and his men haven't been able to get a wink of sleep. Being in the army must be hard. I hope they don't work themselves sick. Ah, you were all... Is Renee not with you today? Renee returned to her parents. Really? You found her parents? I was worried. I admit having heard some terrible events had occurred in the capital. I see. That's good to hear. It's not good at all. I'm gonna catch her and drag her back. Drag her back? Was there a problem with her parents? I've heard more stories than I would have cared for of parents taking out their troubles on their children or raising them in poor environments. A lot happened, but I'm glad things were resolved in the end. I'm sorry we ended up relying on you and so much. The signing ceremony is not far away. There's been a lot of incidents since the birthday celebration, so I can't help but be nervous. All I can do is pray the ceremony ends with nothing happening. If you're looking for Colonel Sid, he's in this room. If you wish to meet with him, please pass through. Hey, seems like you caught the Special Ops troops in cooperation with the Royal Guard, huh? Got some business with Colonel Sid? Hello there, everyone. Your assistance was much appreciated on this case. Allow me to offer my thanks. No, I don't know what we could have done if Julia hadn't come. You called Julia, right, Colonel? Yes, well. However, I think it all worked precisely because of your assistance. I hope the army can continue to rely on the Guild's assistance, especially against the Society. Yeah. Will you be departing the capital after this, Estelle? Yeah, next we're heading to the Bose region where the Special Ops guys appeared. I thought so. Apparently General Morgan has begun a large-scale investigation in Bose. Be careful over there, please. Thanks. Good luck with the security of the signing ceremony on your end. Yes, thank you. I promise I'll see it through. We will see security for the signing ceremony dealt with. If you're headed to the Bose region, be careful. I'm sure media from all over the continent will be flooding the place during the signing ceremony. It seems like the press corps have permission to take photos. Could it finally be time to make my debut in the magazines? We have a lot of things on display here, so it's pretty hard to keep it all clean. I like to think of it as a chance to show off my cleaning skills. La 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 la. Dust up, dust down, dust right and left. This room is the communications room. Right now, Warrant Officer Belk is in the room. Sure, you guys had the help of the Royal Guard, but I still don't have a clue how you were able to destroy that monster tank. Your braces are incredible. Still, it's frustrating that we couldn't track the giant orbital construct. If something like that attacks again, how should we even respond? I'm only here today to accompany Ambassador Cochrane. If you're looking for Elsa, she is currently visiting Senator Walter. The soldiers brought out a map of Valeria Lake. They said they were going to search for a giant orbital doll on the lake, but whatever could that mean? Thanks to Colonel Sid's command, we suffered very little damage from the attack. The Special Ops who were acting as the Thing attacked the wrong enemy. Alrighty, looks like that's everyone spoken to, so I'm going to head on over to the other gate. And here we are, Sanctheim Gate. There might still be leftovers of the special forces that showed up at the capital and near the villa around here. Be very careful. Is it true a big orbital archaism appeared in the capital? If something like that really is around, Harkin Gate or Lyson Fortress would be in danger, wouldn't they? Who are these society guys we've gotten reports about? I've gotten word that a giant construct weapon appeared in the capital. That's crazy though, there's no way such a thing could exist. I shall have to inquire with my second in command about the truth of this. There was a battle between the Royal Guard and the Intelligence Division in Grancel, so that's why our main forces were focused on the capital. Seems like the soldiers haven't any time to rest, it must be pretty tough. In order to capture the remnants of the Intelligence Division, our troops here have been dispatched. Thinking about it, that may have been just a diversion on their part so that they could make a move on the capital. To read past that and call in Captain Schwartz, Colonel Sid isn't one to be underestimated. A soldier said a giant machine doll thingy attacked the capital. A doll? So like a giant toy? It seems like the soldiers are all worked up. I wonder if something else is going to happen. Oh, I need to rest. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, nothing over there. Nothing over there. Seems like the intelligence division's shown up near the royal villa too. All of them, including the members who were in the capital, have been taken in. Alright, back to Grancel we go. And here we are, back in good old Grancel again. Last night in the West Block, apparently all orbments just cut out. There was a case like that in Zeiss a while back. If orbments stopped working, my store's dead, and my life that I've spent on this store would also be over. Ever since we fought, Zacharias and I haven't talked much, but I don't think I'm wrong at all. Hold your ground, Tom. I always need people who can repair instead of just selling. After we had a fight, I was going to leave the house, but he stopped me, and then I finally realised how I felt. He thinks more of me than I ever thought he did. Last night at dinner, I decided I'll make a point of talking to my wife every day. I've always been bad at talking about how I feel, but if I don't even try to convey how I feel, there's no way I'll reach her, huh? That's good. I'm glad they managed to sort things out. Oh, already spoke to her. I'm sure the intelligence division wanted to cause trouble for the signing ceremony. My sweet hubby stayed up nearly the whole night getting us the perfect seats for the martial arts competition. I'll have to lay on the charm extra thick come next year if I'm gonna get him to do it again. What to do? Oh, don't give me that look, I'm only kidding. Maybe. I work my hardest to keep this house in shape for him. Everything I do it for love. I really, truly love that man. The reason I'm so selfish all the time? I want him to show me how much he loves me. I want to see how far he'll go. Am I dreaming? What's going on? Something must be terribly wrong. You there, you've got to help me. It's my wife. She's doing chores. Oh no. Yesterday the intelligence division appeared at the harbour. Special ops soldiers, that means the intelligence division's little kill squad. Do you get it? They're the same thing. So the remnants of the intelligence division were hiding in the harbour. I know Canon tried to flee, but the Royal Guard eventually managed to capture her. That means all the intelligence division heads have been caught, right? I swear, everything I hear ends up making Colonel Richard look even worse. Apparently there was a fight between the intelligence division and the Royal Army in the harbour block yesterday. Word is, all the intelligence division people were arrested. They show up just in the nick of time. That's Julia for you. Now, my dear, what do you believe is the most important thing to live for in life? Why, the most important thing is the strength to endure, of course. No matter how terrible the circumstances, so long as we band together and endure, we can overcome any obstacle. As long as you have a strong, steadfast heart, you'll be able to be happy. Right, let's head over to the West Block next. I'm hearing that there was a battle over near the harbour. That's just crazy. Yesterday I heard someone arguing around here. Though given the hour, it might have just been a couple of drunks fighting. After that incident with Captain Amalthea and everything, it feels pretty dangerous here in the West Block. Maybe I should move to the South Block. I'd rather be in the North Block, but that's premium real estate, being so close to the castle and all. The rent is crazy though. Seems like there was a big case over at the harbour. Apparently the reporters have been running all around it since late last night. You're those bracer friends of Niles, right? Next time you get some kind of scoop that might turn into a good article, give it to me. Just before it went to the presses, we changed out the top article. I've had to help adjust the printing press. Well, not that that's anything new. Hey, it sounds like you had a late night last night, but thanks for helping with Niles' coverage. He just went out with Dorothy a bit ago. They said they were going to poke around town and do a little digging about last night's incident. Wonder if we'll run into them. Indeed, this too is fate. I thought I'd go see the sights, but the harbour's closed. Oh good, that's one less place for us to check out. What was that? I saw a giant metal doll thing fly off during last night's mess. I bet the Labelle News has the details. I've got to pick up the next edition. I thought the harbour district seemed kinda loud, guess something bad happened. But if things can stay calm from here on, then all's well. So apparently this house has finally been sold. My wife's been really stressed lately and it's all because of me. I think I'll try and help ease her workload around the house on my next day off. When I heard my husband had gotten mixed up in that mess at the harbour, I felt the life drained out of me. I'm so glad he's safe. A third portion of the harbour facilities were destroyed by the tank, and Duncan was captured by the Special Ops too. I hope he's not hurt. The harbour's closed again. I thought all the crud from the coup would have been done and over with by now. If this keeps up, I might seriously be out of a job. Well, it's not like your job has gone anywhere. The entire city's talking about the intelligence division. I wonder if the people working at the harbour facilities are okay. Bring in an orbital tank. Adios, talk about going all out. Sorry, but the harbour's currently in the middle of rebuilding. It'll probably be a while before we can let you in again. Captain Amalthea, huh? A pitiable end for someone who used to be an elite officer of the intelligence division. Goddess, please protect my siblings as they walk the road home. Hey, come on, let's go home. Goddess, please protect us. Oh, Goddess of the Sky, adios. Grant our city peace again. Prayer is the best way to calm oneself. Yes, honey, this too is Adios's blessing. I don't know much about Grancel either. Not even the Archbishop has a full grasp on them, it seems. Given the nature of Grancil's duties, I suppose that's to be expected, but still. From the perspective of stopping the Special Ops soldiers, he was correct. However, his mission should be to recover artifacts. That is the priority. Spilled milk cannot be rebottled. Though nothing can be done, that does not mean he will not be punished. Of course, Father Kevin, was well aware of that, I'm sure. Still don't know what's behind that door. Let me in. I wanna see. There were a number of injured people amongst the Royal Guard following last night's incident. O Goddess of the Sky, adios, bestow your blessings on the brave and proud. I need to go into this house. The harbour isn't very far from here, is it? I need to keep Rihanna safe while my husband is away. I don't want to see what happened to her in the coup d'etat ever happen again. Whoa, apparently a tank went on a rampage at the harbour. Rumours say the tank was headed for the castle. So was it going to go right past us? Probably. They told me not to go out today. Mr. Richard hasn't come to play much lately either. It's so boring. They say the Royal Army's been using military ships to perform a large-scale investigation. They've found their target a number of times, but they keep getting shaken off. And shaking off military ships is no small order. Who the heck could design such a machine? There's been talk of this enormous orbital construct appearing around the harbour. Everyone's saying it's one of Professor Russell's crazy new weapons going on a rampage. Think it could be true? The rumours won't stop until there's some official report. I wish they'd say something already. Had that tank entered the city grounds, the damage would have been far worse. One mistake could have set the entire capital ablaze. Just the thought alone is horrifying. There's evidence that the intelligence division was manipulating their budget. I say manipulate them, but there's enough to prove they made a number of unauthorized expenses. One such expense includes that tank that showed up around the harbour. That's another mystery solved, at least. How do I put this? I feel like I understand what it means to be left behind now. I intend to make a new start in my life here, and enjoy fishing with my wife. Things are bound to be a little complex, but... Starting with this next vacation, I'll be teaching my husband to fish. My husband is willing to take me on a fishing trip next time he has vacation days saved up. A lot's happened, but right now, I'm actually pretty happy. Oh good, another couple have sorted things out. Captain Amalfi is an amazing woman in more ways than one. I don't think anyone would have been able to carry out the same plan so meticulously. It just isn't the kind of thing your average officer could pull off. She'd make for a terrifying enemy. Did you hear about the West Block? Crazy stuff, right? Good thing that finished off the remnants of the intelligence division. We should be able to rest easy for a while. That tank was horrifying. The number one at our house is definitely Mum. Dad's just gotta keep getting wrapped up around her little finger his whole life. Ha ha ha! Yep, I need to keep command of our little group. Listen up, time to work like crazy and get some vacation money. Seems like he's gotten some of his energy back too. Okay, before we keep investigating, let's just make a quick trip back to the Bracer Guild to turn in this quest. And 150 is exactly where you should be if you've completed all of the quests so far. Oh yeah, we got a new orbment last time, didn't we? What was it called? Haze? Let's double check what that does. Enemies become unaware of your presence. Okay, pretty useful. It's basically the same as the one that we've currently got. I think... Is it what Olivia has? That might be Heaven's Eye. Nope. Is it a Gates? Ingenuity? No. Olivia Septune Vein? Oh no, it is Yin Yang. Haze and Hill. Very good, very good. Miss Estelle, will you be departing? We sincerely hope you'll make use of our hotel upon your next visit to Grancel. Our entire staff will be eagerly awaiting to greet you again. He says his entire staff. In the largest, presumably the largest hotel in all of LaBelle. And yet, he's the only person I've ever seen working here. Either his staff are invisible, or they literally keep out of sight. As part of their hospitality or something, but I found that a little unnerving. To think there was a battle between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Guard. I've come touring at a truly terrible time. I hope the landing port isn't closed like before. Ah! Listen, yesterday I saw Miss Julia running off towards the harbour. After that, those Intelligence Division goons were caught, right? It's so amazing. We just went to the harbour and tour yesterday. An incident like that at the harbour. Seems the last of our Intelligence Division criminals were caught. It was inevitable though. After all, Adios is watching to make sure they can't do anything bad. Princess, will you be entering the castle? Yes, please. If it is Her Highness's order. I was hoping I wouldn't be able to get into the castle. It's the last people I have to speak to. Please enter. Oh, but I guess I gotta go say my goodbyes. The Intelligence Division invented something truly mad. Ow, my wounds still hurt. But I'm glad we could stop that tank from getting into the city. Those Intelligence Division types developing something like that in secret. If the captain hadn't come, who knows what would have happened to the capital. Princess, you and the Royal Guard really saved our butts this time, Julia. It was all thanks to Colonel Sid Swift and appropriate judgment. And if Father Kevin hadn't been there, it still might have been Canone's win. Captain Amalthea is over at Lyson Fortress now, right? I heard that she's willing to talk about Renee and the Society. If you want to know about Canone, I can tell you she understands the severity of the situation and her own role in this. All she needs is the right chance. You must know Captain Amalthea pretty well, Julia. She was a rival, but our rivalry was one where we brought out the best of each other back in the military academy. I don't think that changed even after I went to the Royal Guard, and she was assigned to the Intelligence Division. Thinking about it, I may be the one who I am now because of her. I don't think that something like this settles things between us at all. Julia. Still though, this society, the abilities of their enforcers is one thing, but to have the technological capability to make something like that giant mechanized doll? Our enemies are far more powerful than we'd thought. I can hardly say I was underestimating them, but clearly I need to revise how I perceive them. The commander used to be some amazingly skilled man. He was called the Demon Commander. Makes you wonder what kind of man he was. There's nobody in the basement here. Let's see, I need to make sure I don't miss anything crucial for the food stocks. We're going to start getting real busy soon. There'll be a party held to celebrate the signing ceremony at the villa. I'm currently whipping up a possible menu for the buffet I'm planning. On my honor as a chef, I shall serve the best food I am able to ensure that the signing ceremony goes smoothly. We'll be heading out to the villa a day in advance to start prepping the food for the event. There's going to be a lot of important people, so we need to keep close track of our ingredients. Not only could food poisoning turn a motion for peace into an international incident, it could potentially stain Mr. Gervais's name as a chef. You don't want to do that. The Duke seems so happy about coming back to the capital. I bet he was kicked out because he was going to be a problem for the signing ceremony. Oh, for sure. Apparently Canone was captured during yesterday's events. The politicians were overjoyed, calling it a big roundup, but... isn't there still the captain of the Special Ops on the loose? Lady Claudia, Estelle. That letter was no mere prank, was it? To think the former intelligence division was involved. Yeah, really. I didn't think it'd come to fighting Captain Amalthea. To Canone, the Colonel truly was everything. As a fellow woman, I can emphasize with her actions and her feelings. You have such a kind heart, Hilda. Now we must wait for the Queen to provide her sanction. On top of preparing for the signing ceremony, cleaning up after this, I'm worried for the Queen's health. My, why if it isn't Miss Estelle? Philip, allow me to offer my sincerest gratitude for rescuing the Duke. No, thank you for looking after everyone, Philip. No, not at all. I fear I am most pitiable. That is, the most I could do, unfortunately. But it's because you were there that we could go off to the harbour without having to worry about everyone, so... In that sense, the fact that the Duke was saved was thanks to you, Philip. Miss Estelle, what gracious words. I am not worthy. I hope the Duke finds this a chance to change. To think such unknown and mysterious people are travelling about in La Belle. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen such a serious look on his face. It seems like this recent event has made my uncle much more aware of the existence of the society. Perhaps he has his own thoughts on the matter. Well, that solves the mystery of the forged budgets. It seems the missing funds were used in the development of the Orguelle. If they'd finished that thing in time for the coup d'etat, I wonder how things would have turned out. It's horrifying to even think about it. It's great to hear that Captain Canone was captured. Now we've got to pass a budget to repair harbour facilities. Sweet adios, please let this be the end of it. I've heard tell that Duke Dunan was taken as a hostage in last night's events. That's what he gets for wandering out and about so late. He was even put under house arrest out at the villa, but I don't see how he hasn't learned a thing. So the last of the intelligence division has been caught, have they? Justice served in my book. Those ruffians were nothing but trouble for all of us. We must have them pay for their crimes, together with Colonel Richard. Duke Dunan's come back to the castle. I'd be a thousand times happier taking care of Colonel Richard over at the fortress. But you know, the Duke doesn't stare at people with those same lecherous, dirty eyes like he used to. Have I gotten heavier lately? Oh, poor girl. Not seeing any guests here. Nihon has been captured. With her out of the picture, that's finally the end of the intelligence division, I suppose. I'm sure that's a weight off Julia's shoulders. Justice wins in the end, as it must. Let's go see how the Queen is doing. Have you heard the news? The XSEED has been loaded with its new engine. I hope to see it soon. If you're looking for Her Majesty, she's currently resting in her room. I believe she just received a report about the incident in the audience chamber. Why, Claudia and Estelle. I've already received a report about Nihon's deeds from Julia. Though truly she was a problem I should have solved personally. Estelle, everyone, I'm so very sorry for this mess. No, not at all. Besides, Rene, the one behind this isn't a total stranger to us. Yes, I'd heard. For a small child like that to be a member of the society was frankly a shock. Her and the existence of her giant, orbital construct could cause confusion amongst the citizenry, so I'm considering keeping it a secret for now. It's a bit frustrating, but probably for the best. Yes, depending on the situation, it could even cause significant effects internationally. It'd go that far? Yeah, next time I meet Rene, she is so getting a spanking for this. You may leave searching for them to Cassius and General Morgan. I intend to do everything I can on my end as well. For now, that means I must see the signing ceremony through safely. I know you'll see it through, Your Highness. Estelle, I know it won't be easy, but I need you to stay strong. Of course. And Claudia? Yes? I look forward to hearing your answer soon. Yes, Grandmother. Well then, everyone take care. Estelle, I know it won't be easy, but I need you to stay strong. Please take care of Claudia. Alrighty, so we still have quite a few people to speak to in the next zone, and just before we leave, so I think I'm going to call the episode here for today, because it's starting to run over a little bit. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. Feel free to leave a comment about the video if there's anything you wanted to say, and head on over to my Twitter account so you can stay up to date with any news for the channel. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.